watching KMTR News Source 16, and this is News Source at 5:30.
All right, when Kiko, the killer whale, was moved from the Oregon Coast Aquarium back in 1998, they were left with a giant empty tank to fill. The aquarium split the tank into 3 parts and created an open sea exhibit with sharks and bat rays.
Well, News Source 16 Sky Muller took a dive into the tank with the experts to show us how aquarium workers feed these dangerous predators while also staying safe. Hey, Sky.
Well, Stephanie, there's a lot that goes into creating an exhibit and making sure the fish feel like they're in their natural habitat. And when you have sharks and bat rays in the same tank, 2 formidable hunters who are motivated by food, aquarium staff has to come up with special feeding techniques to ensure everyone gets a meal.
There's Piggy. She's the bigger girl in the tank.
While Piggy is no Keiko the whale, Keiko's split tank now houses the 860,000-gallon open sea exhibit. The more than 100 sharks and 21 California bat rays who make their home there draw quite a crowd.
These rays that are flying over with their big wings, and you're looking at them head on or from above, and it really grabs people's attention.
The tank isn't your typical fish tank with a bubbling treasure chest in the middle. Instead, it's virtually a barren desert, which emulates the fish's natural habitat, the deep blue sea.
Sharks and rays, as you can imagine, are very food-motivated animals. They love to eat.
After learning they were hungry, I squeezed into my wetsuit, zipped up my boots, and tightened my gloves.
Now it's time to dive in.
The broad-nosed 7-gill shark, like Piggy, is one of the bat ray's natural predators. So the trick for aquarium staff is getting everyone fed.
To keep the bat rays from ending up in the sharks' mouths at feeding time, we actually feed the bat rays in a completely separate area, and they have their own special cue, which is a red light, for them to go into a special pool that we have for them to feed.
Assistant curator Stuart Clausen says once the bat rays see the light and smell their food, they know it's feeding time.
It's recognition, so shape recognition, light recognition, recognition of someone feeding their goldfish at home. You know, there's certain rituals that are identified, and most animals can identify certain things that need food.
According to Clausen, the process didn't happen overnight.
It's actually kind of a long road. You know, these guys aren't the Einsteins of the ocean. However, like I said, they're very food motivated, so they're very reactive to, you know, food and the way we do our training here with this positive reinforcement.
It appears the positive reinforcement is working, as now, shortly after the red light flashes, the rays come flying in for a squid and clam snack.
When they're hunting in the wild, they're sucking clams right out of the bottom and crushing the shell. We don't have a soft bottom, but we have the clams that are whole in the shell that are, you know, they're going through what they normally would do in the wild, and they're crunching the shell and extracting the meat.
And it's all supplemented with vitamins that we actually put into the food to make sure that they're getting all the trace nutrients that they need.
Attacks rarely occur between the rays and sharks, thanks to this process that keeps the rays separate during feeding. Now they don't have to keep an eye out for Piggy and the rest of the sharks.
So they can sit there and feed really well and ensure that they get all their nutrition without the sharks swimming above their head.
So really cool stuff there. One of the coolest things I took away from it is that, you know, few and far between, but attacks do kind of happen every once in a while. But Clausen, who's the curator there, told me that these rays can heal so much faster than like a human. Like, so an attack that would be serious to us,
nothing.
You don't even notice it in about a week or 2. So pretty cool.
And you said you actually felt pretty comfortable in the tank.
Yeah, surprisingly, felt very comfortable. You know, they're very well fed, and so they said no one's ever been attacked before.
Only takes one time.
And the guy
So you went with it.
The guy had a shark stick too to make sure that to fend off all the sharks.
Like a weapon, just in case?
It was a PVC pipe, so no, not really. But
You were safe. It's okay.
I was very safe. I felt safe.
That's a great story.
I would say minor safe.
The one part that kind of made me feel good was that if anything did happen, we'd get it on camera, and
you felt good about that. It was worthwhile for
exactly,
you. Okay, well, we appreciate that. Facing danger
Gaining
for
some new
all of
respect
us.
for you, Sky.
Yeah, really. Thanks, guys.